art camp, we're gonna draw some autobiographical comics on Kevin Sherry's art camp. Wow, that almost didn't work. Okay, hello people. Glad to be here today. This is my friend's name, Chester Endersby Guazda, if you were wondering what this strange shirt was. Okay, so today we are going to take a look at autobiographical comics. Now, what does that mean? Autobiographical comics mean they are written by you and they are about your life. Okay, now this kind of comics is very popular, and it's been very popular for a while. I'm going to show you some of my favorites. This is an older one called Roller Girl. We're going to look at these in a little bit later. I'm just going to show you the covers right now. Roller Girl's a great one about a young girl really wanting to join the Roller Girl team. El Defo, okay, if you get a shot of this, it has a different cover than this. This one is great. It's about a little girl who is nearly deaf, and she has to go to school, and she has to navigate her hearing loss, and she also sees it as sort of like being a superpower because she has to wear this big hearing apparatus. But this is a great book, one of the best early autobiographical graphic novels for young readers. This is another one of my favorite. I Was Their American Dream by Malaka Gharib. This one is really great. Okay, this is talking about how she's a first generation Iranian woman in America, about how her parents sacrificed everything, sacrificed their old country to come to America. So she was their American dream, okay? And my wife is actually in this book as well, because of social media. This author, well, I'm not going to find it right now, but this is another one I loved this year. Hey Kiddo by Jarrett Krosaka. Okay, now this one's some tough subject. This one's thick, and it's got some tough subject matter. It's drawn in subdued tones, too, because Jarrett's mom was addicted to drugs and was not around for his childhood, so his grandparents had to raise him. So this is a very interesting book. But we're going to look at these in a minute, but my favorite autobiographical comic is called Snakepit. Okay, they're these punk comics. This punk guy from Austin, Texas, who didn't really know how to draw at all. Okay, he made a promise to himself. He said, every day of my life, I'm gonna draw an autobiographical comic of what I did that day. Okay, and he did it. He did it for over a decade, and I have most of those comics. They look like this. They're just simple 3-panel comics, okay, of what he did that day. It doesn't have to be special. It's usually boring and mundane, actually. But something funny that he does is he gives each day a soundtrack, okay? He puts a song there for each day. So this is the assignment that we're going to do later today. This is the sketchbook drawing that we're going to do later today. But for show and tell time, why don't we look at some of these autobiographical comics that I love so much? So let's go. Sometimes I like to look at my sketchbook, and sometimes I like to look at other people's books because I love reading. Let's take a look at Roller Girl first. Really good book. Oh, it looks like I got this at the free book thing, and it's in full color. It's really great. It's about how this young girl really wanted to be on the Roller Girl team. Roller derby is a sport where you are in a team and everybody roller skates. But this is a really, really uplifting story about growing up and about showing up and about being a friend and about working really hard to get something what you want. So that's Roller Girl. El Defo, that's in black and white. Oh, and here, the main character in this book, you see, like in these panels, she can't hear what they're saying because she's partially deaf, okay? You see that? And then they make her wear this large hearing apparatus. So she feels very different from the other kids in elementary school. But she keeps a really positive attitude, see? And this has a cool drawing, just like our twisted 10-year-old, right? With all these labels and such. Okay? So, if you haven't read El Defo, I would definitely recommend that. And then this one, I Was Their American Dream. It's very colorful. And it just talks about a young girl living and growing up in America when her parents are from another country and from another culture. Okay? Alright, they have a completely different culture than America. And it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of understanding to get by when there's so many cultures. I'm looking for that page where my wife, Erin, is on. Because my wife's dad is from Ghana and my wife's mom is from Alabama. So there was a real clash of cultures. Oh, there she is. People, since my wife is mixed race, she gets asked, "What are you?" a lot. What are you? Okay, and this is what she said on the internet. "I never thought of it as offensive until other people told me I should be offended." Well, we're growing up in those kind of times, aren't we? All right, so, and then here is this. Jarrett Krosaka, Hey Kiddo. Now this is a very kind of a serious book, but it's a really important read. And you see how he did it with kind of muted tones there? And it's kind of long, but it's a very, very interesting story. And it's about something that happens to a lot of kids, that their parents may be not there for them. Okay, so this kind of shows you the perspective of someone who didn't have parents, who had to be raised by their grandparents. And now finally, the punk Snakepit, okay, this is what we're going to be doing today, and this is what they look like. So let's just do this one. Okay, so it says, "Today was pretty average. I went to work. Then I ate a burrito," and there he is as a pig. "Later, I watched Kung Fu Hustle. It was rad." And then he's saying, "Rad." And you see how it's not drawn particularly well, and it's not that interesting. It's kind of boring, okay? But sometimes that's what autobiographical comics are. And it's your life, so guess what? It's really interesting. So, this is what we're going to do today. So let's go to our sketchbooks. Okay, hello. So, we are going to today do an autobiographical comic about our lives. And I'm going to draw these little panels. I'm going to draw 3 panels. That's what we're going to do today, draw 3 panels. And you don't have to draw what I'm drawing, because you should draw what's about your life. Okay? But I'm just going to draw with you today. Cool. I'm going to talk about what happened. I'm going to talk about my day. Well, I barely fit that in there. Make sure you measure so you fit your whole comic on your page, kids. I nearly did not make it here. Okay. All right. So, what did I do yesterday? Okay. Well, this is the truth. This is my bed. So this is me. I'll draw my eyeballs first. And I did not feel great when I woke up yesterday. I think I was coming down with a cold, but since it's Corona time, everybody thinks it's coronavirus, but people still get colds. Not every sickness is the coronavirus, everybody. I think you can still get the flu. I think you still get a common cold. Okay, so here's me. Here's me sitting up in bed. Yesterday, I woke up and didn't feel great. And then I'm going to write this. Plus, we had to give our cats baths because they had fleas. And so I'll draw. This nearly happened. This didn't happen, but this nearly happened. Well, Kinko's did escape a little bit. There's my cat, and we'll draw suds all over them, so you know they were in the shower. Or, not in the shower, in the bath. And then we'll draw a little shadow underneath them. And here I am. And I'm saying, come back here. Chasing my cat. And you can take as much time as you want on these. I'm just drawing it fast, so you don't have to listen to a Zoom meeting all day. I'm sure you're doing a lot of Zoom meetings as it is. And here are my little legs, trying to catch up. Trying to catch my cat, who's running out of the shower. Ah, because they had fleas. There's some fleas, too. Okay. But the day ended much better. I felt a lot better. And I cooked my favorite food, which I'm about to show you. Okay, so yeah, draw this up here. This is me. Alright, there I am. And I made a delicious, let's see if I can draw it. I made it delicious. Can you guess what it is yet? I know, not yet. I made a delicious roasted brined chicken. Alright, now if I could color that in, it would look a little more chickeny, but I think you get the picture. And then the steam coming off the bird. We call it the bird. But in the end, I made my favorite food, roasted chicken. And then, so this was yesterday, so I'm going to say 9/21. And we will put a soundtrack. How about we put a soundtrack? I don't want to put this, but I'm going to put it anyway, because it's in my head. I can't get it out. Shot Through the Heart by Bon Jovi. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to put it, but I'm putting it anyway, because it's a earworm. I can't get it out of my head. So, please, over the weekend, do your own autobiographical comics and record what you do both days this weekend and see if you like making autobiographical comics. So I will see you next week. Bye-bye!